On October 8, 1997, Berserk, or Kenpudeki Berserk, debuted on Nippon TV. It ran for 25 episodes, and the series concluded on April 1st, 1998. Berserk would hit store shelves on VHS and Laserdisc in the middle of its broadcast run, with Volume 1 being released on February 1st, 1998. However, it would be a while before fans would be able to complete the set. It was released in 13 volumes, and the final one didn't arrive until January 21st, 1999. Fans in the West were eagerly waiting for any sort of announcement, but they didn't get any news for the rest of the year. Things seemed to change on March 15th of the following year, with a North American release of Dreamcast action title Sword of the Berserk Guts' Rage, which hit store shelves in Japan in December of 1999. While it wasn't exactly what fans were hoping for, many took it as a sign of good things to come. The game even featured English voice acting that was positively received by reviewers.
Damn you! He didn't do anything wrong! You didn't have to kill him!
I don't feel any mercy for monsters.
The news drop that everyone was waiting for happened on May 25th, when readers of the official Dreamcast magazine flipped to page 22. According to the column, Urban Vision was trying to bring the series to the West and that the first volume would be released in August. The next day, Urban Vision's marketing manager sent out the following statement. Currently, we are in the final negotiation stages regarding the contract for Berserk. While we hope to be able to make a formal announcement soon, at this time, we do not have definite release dates nor information about the pending acquisition. The contract should be finalized in the very near future, so we hope to have the first volume ready at some time in the fourth quarter. In July, at San Diego Comic-Con, Urban Vision provided a small update to the licensing situation. They were still in final negotiations, but they did have a couple of new details to share. The series wouldn't be released on VHS with subtitles, but you'd be able to pick it up on DVD with both English and Japanese language options. They also had a panel at Anime Expo the next month, but they didn't have any new information to share. Then things appeared to be stalling out. At the New York Anime Festival in October, when Urban Vision was asked about Berserk, they said that they didn't have it, and if you looked for Berserk on their website, you'd find the following message. Well, we are currently unable to complete licensing negotiations at this time. We are not at liberty to say what our release schedule and format will be, since we are waiting for confirmation on the contract before we can plan anything. At around the same time, a user of the fan news group rec.arts.anime.misc, or RAM, reached out to an Urban Vision employee. According to them, the employee said that the deal was nearly complete, but the company that they were negotiating with didn't have the DVD rights. They also said that Urban Vision was interested in the internet broadcasting rights in addition to the VHS and DVD rights. News didn't get any better by the end of the year for people in North America. On December 29th, a Berserk Complete Series box set was revealed for countries within DVD Region 2, and just before the calendar rolled over, a new rumor was posted to RAM. Apparently, the reason why negotiations stalled is because the company Urban Vision was negotiating with refused to sell them the DVD rights, which was a deal breaker. This caused people to wonder if the series would ever be released in North America. News slowed to a crawl in 2001 until fans and media made their way to Anime Expo. On Friday, July 6th, Urban Vision's panel started at noon. As fans might have expected, they didn't have anything new to share and just restated that they were still working on a deal. But just a few hours later, Media Blasters announced that they had acquired Berserk. The deal was finalized 5 days ago, and they had acquired both the VHS and DVD rights. But they didn't come cheap. They didn't provide any details, but they did admit that it was a lot. People speculated that the cost of the license alone was around $500,000. According to Anime News Network, with production and dubbing costs added to the licensing fee, Media Blasters will have to sell huge amounts of each volume. It seems the top 10 sales would be required just to break even. On August 6th, Anime on DVD found out that the series would be released in February on single discs, with each disc containing 5 episodes. And despite what rumors on forums may have led fans to believe, the series would be uncut. On January 9, 2002, Media Blasters sent out their April announcement, which revealed that Berserk would hit store shelves on April 30th. You'd be able to pick up a subtitled VHS, a dubbed VHS, or a bilingual DVD. When February rolled around, fans found out that they would have options for the first volume on DVD. You could pick up the DVD by itself, or pay a little more for an art box that could house the entire set. In March, it was reported that Media Blasters managed to acquire the masters that were used for the Region 2 DVD release. However, this would require them to delay the Region 1 release by about a month, pushing the release date to May 28th. When May 28th arrived, fans would finally be able to pick up the series with the release of Berserk Volume 1, Warcry. Volumes would trickle out over the next year, but they stopped releasing VHS tapes after Volume 3. The 6th and final volume, God's Hand, was released on May 27, 2003. Media Blasters would also release 3 separate complete collections in North America. The Premium Collection Set, a collection of all the previously released volumes in the original art box, on November 18, 2003. The Complete Collection Brick on November 16, 2004, and the Remastered Collection on March 10, 2009. And with that, the bloodless battle for Berserk came to an end. While there's definitely more to be said about Berserk, Urban Vision, and Media Blasters, those are stories for another time.